cocaine kingpin with Mexican Cartel connections and his associate plead guilty to drug conspiracy charges. Hey everybody, it's Little Green Kitty with the Daily Greens. I have a quick press release to go through. You can find a link to this in the description box below. You can also find a link to it by going to our website, thedailygreens.org, and looking in our video section or our resources section. And you can find a link to our website, thedailygreens.org, and all of our other ways to contact us in the description box below as well. Adrian Lemons, age 41, and Virgil Sims, age 34, each pleaded guilty to one count of cocaine conspiracy. According to court documents, between 2012 and 2016, Lemons worked with representatives of the Mexican Cartel to receive and distribute vast kilogram quantities of cocaine within the street of St. Louis. Lemons also supplied large quantities of cocaine to large-scale, mid-level, and street-level drug dealers who also sold cocaine and cocaine base within the St. Louis area and beyond. Virgil Sims was one such dealer who distributed cocaine supplied to him directly by Lemons in St. Louis as well as the southeast Missouri region. Sims also undertook efforts to maintain Lemons' drug trafficking organization once Lemons was federally indicted in January 2016. So I wonder if he was indicted for anything that had to do with drugs, because if other dude was trying to maintain the drug trafficking organization for him, you'd think if he was smart, they would have disbanded and started afresh. Okay, as to the larger drug conspiracy, the Mexican Cartel coordinated routine bulk shipments of cocaine from Reynosa, Mexico, through the Rio Grande Valley, and then to the St. Louis, Missouri area. The cocaine shipments were transported via truck, and in turn, bulk quantities of United States currency were shipped back through the southern United States to Mexico as payment for the cocaine. During the course of the overall investigation, agents seized firearms, drug trafficking tools, drug ledgers, over 64 kilograms of cocaine, and over $1.3 million directly attributable to Lemons and his associates, including Sims. Lemons also owned and utilized multiple properties located throughout the city of St. Louis in furtherance of the drug trafficking conspiracy, including but not limited to properties at this place, avenue, that place, and another place. Lemons specifically admitted that he was the manager of this extensive criminal enterprise. I'm sure he did. I mean, if he's already caught, he might as well be like, yeah, man, that was me. He had been obviously indicted before, so he's probably gonna be having a good sentence now. And he probably knew that they had plenty of evidence on him. Under the drug conspiracy charge, Sims faces a term of imprisonment of not less than 5 years, but not more than 40 years in prison. Under the same charge, Lemons faces a mandatory minimum penalty of 10 years and up to life imprisonment. I wonder if that's because of the previous indictment. In determining the actual sentences, a judge is required to consider the U.S. sentencing guidelines, which provided recommended sentencing ranges. As sentencing, United States and Sims will recommend a 5-year term. Lemons, they will recommend a 20-year term. Lemons and Sims are 2 of 34 defendants named in federal indictments consisting of charges related to drug trafficking and drug trafficking-related violence, including multiple homicides. In November 2018, the United States Attorney General directed the United States Attorney's Office to seek the death penalty against one of those defendants, Anthony Jordan. Jordan has pleaded not guilty to the charges against him. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Interesting. That is the first time that I have heard in modern times of them seeking the death penalty for drug trafficking charges, but it says also drug trafficking related violence and including multiple homicides. They're cracking down more and more on these big illegal drug rings, and they are bringing them to justice. They're doing it for the people that are doing the old school street drugs, selling them on a street corner, and they're also doing it with people that are having crazy dark web marketplace things as well. So it seems as though they were in the country legally, and the people that were involved, and they were just working with people that were in Mexico. So that's another thing that we see going on, and one of the things that people talk about as an argument against, say, building the border wall along the southern border, or other mechanisms that they're trying to put in place. People are trying to bring up that this is something that they see happening more and more. It is very easy for drug dealers and traffickers to target people through online methods. Easier for them to go visit a country and to make friends with these people, which will then end up being their connections that they can send drugs to in that country, so that they never have to set foot in the country illegally. Obviously, if you're trying to go into the country illegally with a bunch of drugs, it's going to be a lot harder to do than if you're trying to send it through another way to somebody else that is in the country illegally already. Alright, so thank you very much for joining me. And you can find a link to this press release in the description box below. You can also find a link to our website, thedailygreens.org, in the description box below. And thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.